Lawyers say Worthy asked the accuser to leave his home several times over the past 2 weeks after discovering she was cheating on him. They say a private investigator has video evidence of that infidelity. The lawyers say she refused to leave and tried to extort Worthy on several different occasions, but did not say how. They did say she destroyed a room in Worthy's home and scratched his face and ripped out parts of his hair. At the time of the incident, Worthy told law enforcement he did not want to press charges. Now, right now, we do not know the identity of the accuser. Worthy spent 3 years as a wide receiver for the University of Texas and now plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. The lawyer for former UT football star Xavier Worthy has confirmed his felony assault charge has been dropped. Court records show he has been released from the Williamson County Jail.
So look at what we have here. Xavier Worthy, NFL first round draft pick, Xavier Worthy, right? Caught his fiance cheating on him and tried to get her to leave for 2 weeks. And I'm guessing some kind of physical altercation occurred or something like that. And it resulted in him getting arrested, right? So from the last time I've heard, the charges were dropped. Thank goodness. They probably looked into it and seen that it was a bunch of BS. And yeah, listen, nobody is safe out here. Nobody is safe. Listen, it doesn't matter at this point. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter rich, poor, middle income, engineer, attorney, right? Doctor. It doesn't matter. No man is safe out here. And, maybe he could have picked wrong, or maybe it's just the state of women nowadays. As I keep telling y'all, it's the culture here. It's the culture in the United States, right? Feminism, womanism, the independent woman, the attention, the validation, everything that you can think of is all in effect. And it ain't no stopping it. It ain't no we seen what happened with Tom Brady. Y'all seen what happened with Tom Brady, right? One of the best NFL players, NFL quarterbacks to ever exist, to ever play the game in history. And even he couldn't get Giselle, whatever the hell her name is. He couldn't even get Gazelle to not cheat on him with the damn the personal trainer. Right? The greatest NFL player to ever play the game. Right? Ultra successful. Right? Most of us will never ever get to the point where people like Tom Brady has, or even what Xavier Worthy has gotten. And I keep I bounce back and forth with, okay, I don't necessarily encourage marriage, but then I don't disagree with the nuclear family. But seeing things like this it continuously makes it hard for me to vouch for marriage with the current generation, and vouch for marriage in general for men, right? It's a death sentence. It's a death sentence. So think about this. Let's rewind a little bit, right? So we got this ultra successful guy, right? Plenty of years left, to showcase his skills, showcase his talents, right? First round draft pick. He was able to go to the Super Bowl, I believe. He was a 2024 draft pick, right? So this guy, he's gonna make some waves in the NFL. So this guy, he has the potential to change. Well, he's already changed his life, changed his family's life, and change the fiance's life that he's with, and the potential children that they could have had, right? But these bitches are so unloyal, so disloyal, right? They're so delusional, right? they get the prime rib. They get the prime rib. They get the steak medium rare, right? They get the seafood and steak and the steamed broccoli, and they don't eat it. They don't eat it. You can hand these bitches everything that they want on a silver platter, and they won't. They'll throw it right in the trash. And this is a prime example of exactly what she did. She had everything served on a silver platter for her. Everything served on a silver platter, right? But then she threw it all away. And that seems to be the trend nowadays. They can have everything made for them, right? They can have, the engineer guy. They can have the attorney guy. They can have it doesn't matter. Teacher, blue collar, it doesn't matter. The guy could just be a good guy, right? But these chicks just show you exactly how they truly feel, right? I don't know what planet we stay on where these chicks can literally have the kings of the world. They'll have the kings of the world. There's millions and millions of chicks who would kill to be in her position. And you throw that all away. You throw a multi-millionaire away, right? For probably a broke dude. See, this is where the after pill come in. That is because it's almost like there is no singular solution, right? Because on the other hand, I can tell guys, okay, you know, get your money right, get your success right, get all your P's and Q's in order, right? I can tell y'all that. But then on the flip side, we'll see these things happening to successful men. We'll see these things happening to ultra wealthy men, wealthy men. We'll see these things happen, and then it kind of settles you down a little bit, kind of humbles you a little bit, and it's just like, well, if this could happen to them, I'm definitely no different, right? And this is where the argument comes in at when I say if this kind of stuff can happen to, the this and he's beyond 1%. He's like in 0.5% of people, right? Less than 1% of people. Tom Brady, less than 1% of people. Almost every guy we've seen name. What was the other guy I did a video on? The dreadhead guy. He was signed with not signed with. He was the player with Deion Sanders, right? Over there in Colorado. What was that guy's name? I forgot his I forgot his name. But he had the Latina who kept coming online and embarrassing him. The one he said he took to a party. He took to a party. She was dressed all provocative, like she was at a Halloween party or something like that, right? She was at a Halloween party, and she had a short skirt on, and she was dancing. The dude who was in the video was damn near smashing her, right? Damn near smashing her. And I think that was the party that he took her to, and he just sat in the car like a good old boy, right? He sat in the car like a good old motherfucking simp, like a good simp, like a good boy, right? And he just kept coming back online, defending her and all that. See, like stuff like that. Yeah, what can you do? What can you say? I've already said that a lot of these guys they don't have high testosterone levels, right? A lot of these guys they have more estrogen. They have more estrogen running through their system than testosterone, right? A lot of these guys that, like I said, men have turned into the new women, and I'm a stand on that. Men have definitely turned into the new women, right? It used to be a time where uh, it was a big deal to be successful, right? It was a big deal to reach, to get to success in life. And don't get me wrong, it definitely still is. Now, here's the thing: a lot of guys, they need to change their reasoning on why they're trying to get to these points in life, right? A lot of men, they're still stuck on these bitches out here, right? They still stuck on these chicks, getting to success for the chicks, getting your body right, you know, for these chicks. And I'll be the first one to tell you, like, if you're doing it for the chicks, you're doing it for the wrong things. You're doing it for the wrong things because we've seen example after example after example after example, right? Of guys reaching these. Will Smith. Look at how Jada did Will Smith, man. Come on, bro. Come on. He's 30 times, 100 times more successful than Jada, right? 100 times, 1,000,000 times more successful than Jada, right? She don't have to work a day in her life. But look at how she did him, right? She's to this day, she still say Tupac was the real love of her life. I mean, how embarrassing, right? How embarrassing, how damaging, you know, to this man's legacy. And it only takes one woman. It only takes one accusation. It only takes one run in with the law. It only takes one 911 call. That's all it takes. And just think we've seen cases after cases after cases. Just think if these charges weren't dropped, right? Just think if these charges weren't dropped. What happens to them? We're talking about a number one draft pick. Number one draft pick. What happens if these charges were never dropped? Then guess what? He would have lost everything, everything over a bitch. And we already know how the NFL is, right? You're guilty until proven innocent, according to the NFL, right? So as soon as an accusation comes out, many times they're dropping these guys from the team. They're dropping these guys from the who the hell dog barking out here? But they dropping you from the team. They dropping you from sponsors. They dropping you from everything. They dropping you for everything, right? And I mean it's ridiculous, but it is what it is, right? And on one end, they try to hide, they try to abide by or get players to abide by, a higher standard, which means, don't end up in those situations. But, you have situations like this where how can you avoid it, right? How can you avoid situations like this when, you know, this is your fiance, right? How do you avoid situations like this when this was a woman that entrusted, that you trusted with your life? How do you avoid situations like this when this woman probably came from the bottom, with them? How do you avoid situations like this? Sometimes you can't, right? Sometimes you can't. A lot of times you don't see it coming, right? A lot of times it happens how it happens, right? And unfortunately, we've seen a lot of guys' careers get taken away, right? Unfortunately, we've seen a lot of guys' lives get taken away, freedom taken away, money taken away, houses get taken away, right? But count this as a lesson and a blessing, right? Count this as a lesson and a blessing, because now that those charges are dropped, now he can move accordingly. Now, see, this is where that beast mode really starts, because guys like this, they'll never be able to, trust a woman again. And you never know. Some of these guys, they so simped out, right? They'll go find another situation to get into, and get done exactly the same thing, right? It may not be charges, it may not be uh an arrest warrant this time, but next time, she may divorce him to kingdom come, divorce grape him into kingdom come. You never know. Some guys just don't never learn, or some guys just they're so simped out that they're oblivious to, women's nature. They're oblivious to modern day women. They're oblivious to all of this stuff. But this has made me, I guess, uh, rearrange what the things that I say and rearrange my approach, right? And don't get me wrong, like we already know, there's plenty of good women out here. We know that. Not plenty. Let me take that back. I didn't mean plenty. of good women out here. Like let's say there are good women out here, but the thing about that is even the good women can go left, right? It's no telling how they started, right? It's no telling how any of these relationships started. It may started off on good terms. It started off, everything was all good and dandy and everything. But here's my theory. Here's my theory. I think, and this goes for family members, this goes for friends, this goes for any people who are close to you, right? And we've seen these stories time and time again, right? When you're broke and coming up, everybody loves you. When you're broke and coming up and down and out and you're on the same level as them, everybody loves you, right? Everybody's vouching for you, right? Everybody's saying, yeah, we can't wait till you get, yeah, we can't wait till you get on that NFL team. We can't wait till you get to the draft, right? We can't wait till you become the number one draft pick, right? We can't wait till you graduate college. We can't wait till you go to engineering school. We can't wait until you go to law school. We can't wait till you get into medical school, right? And then, right, we see it all time and time again. We can't wait till you get that record deal, right? We can't wait till your number one record. We can't wait till you go platinum. Right, we can't wait till you get those straight A's. We can't wait till you buy that new Benz. We can't wait till you buy that new BMW, right? But on the low, they never really expect you to go as far as you did, right? On the low, they never really wanted you to get that far in the first place, right? It was all word salad. It was all word salad. That's why you gotta watch the people around you, right? Even the ones close to you, right? Even the ones close to you, right? Even the ones laying next to you. It doesn't matter. Anybody can get got out here. And this is why I'm cool with having no friends. This is why I'm cool with not being close with family members. This is why I'm cool with not answering calls. This is why I'm cool with, not fucking with nobody. Because you don't know who is planning something against you. You don't know who your enemy truly is. I can count my potential enemies, right? I can count my potential enemies, but so many people, they be wanting to have these entourages. They want all these friends around them. They want all these people around them, not knowing that, hey, they planning for your downfall, right? And it always seems to be that, when you finally reach those pinnacles of success, especially when it comes to women, especially when it comes to women who weren't trained to handle that kind of success, the majority of women who are out here today, modern women, they are not trained to handle that kind of success. They're not trained to handle those kind of men, right? Those kind of men who achieve those kind of success. Though there are women out there, right? There are women out there who achieve. I mean, whose families they put them through wife school, etiquette school, and they train them up, to be wives, right? But overall, most of these chicks out here, they're not trained up to be any of that. They're not trained up to be any of that. So when they do, if they just luck up, which she probably lucked up, she got him early, right? She lucked up and got this man. She didn't know how to handle that, right? So what does she do instead? What does a modern woman do instead? They sabotage you. Yep, that's what they do. What do friends do instead? They sabotage you, right? They try to block your success. They try to block your blessings, right? They want to push you back down to once upon a time where you needed them, right? Once upon a time you needed them around, like, right? Once upon a time you wanted them around, right? Or at least that's how they feel. They feel like now that you've reached this success, right? That you've reached this, you got this money now that you don't need them anymore. And I'm telling you, this is how a lot of women, they be feeling, right? When you finally get to the point where, you can probably have any woman you want to, right? When you get to the point where, you're no longer stressing over money, When you get to the point where you no longer just you no longer poor, broke, dusty old you, right? You're no longer that anymore. So what does a woman do who can't handle any of that? She sabotage you, right? She call the police on you. She throw you up on the bus, right? That to me, a woman who is willing to take a man who had the audacity to put a ring on your finger, especially in today's time, she called the police on you. No, that she tried to have you killed. In my opinion, she tried to have you killed. Right? She wanted all your success taken away from you, and she's the one that got caught cheating. Right? If y'all heard the video, I think he put some private investigators on her and found out. Right? She's the one that got caught, but he's the one with everything to lose. See, clearly she didn't have no skin in the game like that. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, right? And even if she did, it's even more despicable. Even more despicable if she did have skin in the game. Even if she did watch him, come up to the point of success now. Even if she did, right? Even if she did, but now, you might as well throw all of that out the window now. You might as well throw that out the window. You see, this is why I don't vouch for it anymore, right? This is why I don't vouch for it anymore. You know how many men I've come across who've told me horror story after horror story after horror story. You know how many men I've talked to, right? You know how many women I've come across who are just just despicable, right? I've told y'all my stories. I've told y'all about these married women out here. I told y'all about these chicks out here. I told y'all about these. Listen, I've told y'all. Right? I've had personal conversations, personal phone calls, personal one-on-one calls, which I'll be starting up later on in the season. One-on-one mentoring, one-on-one calls coming soon. But I've had personal phone calls with men, and a few of them older men, right? Who have told me, they've been with their, wives, 20 years, right? For it all to go to the shitter, right? I've heard story after story. But for some reason, they still want to continue to push. Listen, we don't stay in those times anymore, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like, we don't stay in those time periods anymore. The economy is not even set up for marriage anymore. It's not set up for it. We're moving more towards a monetized, polygamous environment now, right? That's what we're moving towards. That's what we're moving more towards. The traditional, see, the traditional sense only work if you're making some great money, and you got you a solid chick. But how many chicks are solid nowadays? It's null and void, right? That's why the young men are suffering. They know, they deep down they know there's no uh chicks out here who are willing to watch them grow, who are willing to come up out the mud with them. And then look how he got done. Even if they do come up out the mud with you, then they do you like this. Even if they do come up out the mud with you, they do you like this. I don't even know what to say, man. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this is an after pill. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.